Let me explain what I mean by opaque language and transparent language. Opaque language is the use of words which, when you go behind into what it means, it is mysterious. It doesn't have clear boundaries. And therefore, its meaning is not accessible to us. When we use opaque language to refer to something or to build something, we cannot build it because we do not know how to use it. Because its relationship, its functional and physical relationship to other things is absent. So, most of the language in which knowledge comes to us comes in either opaque or transparent language. Transparent language allows us to use it immediately. Best example of transparent language is numbers. Everybody instantaneously knows exactly what each number means and has got exactly what was conveyed with those words. When we refer to names of physical objects like tables, spectacles, or shoes, we know exactly what we mean. These are transparent words. But when we use words like soul or spirit or mind, we are using words that mean unique things to each of the people who know those words. These are what I call opaque words. So long as one is not aware that one believes a lot of things through opaque words, and one has not translated what one understands under opaque words into transparent words, one cannot transact this thought with others because one cannot make them transparent enough to the other for them to participate in a conversation about them. Therefore, it is important to peel the words away from their meaning and repackage the meaning in words that are transparent and can be related to things that the other people know about.
The more conversations we have based on common understanding.
That's right. Because if there's no common understanding, we will continue to mistrust each other. Since we are already starting off as different nations, different religions, different races, different colors, different ethnic groups and different genders, and all the associations and identifications that go with each of these different ways of thinking of ourselves. The deck is already stacked against us working together.
And there's so many of us.
So deconstructing that, not in the sense of postmodern deconstruction, but deconstructing simply the packaging of meaning from useless words to useful words. Words that can be connected and have traction with other words we already know and share. That's what I mean by deconstructing the meaning and repackaging it from an opaque word to a transparent word.
Okay.
Let's go 2 steps back. What is the function of a word? The only function of words is to be able to transmit meaning which is otherwise impossible to transmit. I have experiences every day that you don't have.
And vice versa.
I use words to translate those unexperienced, linguistic experiences so that you can have a sense of what I experienced. So to share the invisible concepts, we package them in sensory signals which the other can receive sensorily and unpackage them to get the meaning that was sent with the sensory packaging.
Right.
So when we realize that language is a sensory packaging of a non-sensory artifact in our common reality, but one which only I possess, which I want to share, this is the purpose of language, to be able to transmit non-sensory concepts across human beings so that others can receive it. Once we understand that this is the function, we have to be very aware that the integrity between the meaning and the word is sustained in the transfer of the meaning. And that can only be done with transparent words. It cannot be done with opaque words. So when we use words like God or spirit or any word that can mean different things to different people, we are stacking the odds against the other person getting the meaning we are sending out. So we've got to ask ourselves, how can we articulate what we understand by that, by our private use of the word, in a way that can have traction with the person who I'm talking to. And what I have done is to extract out of all these meanings that opaque words that I too received while growing up into a functional relationship of what the word spirit meant to me to the world we live in. And I identify it as the observational function, or the experiencing function, or the consciousness function, or the sentience function, or the perception function, or the awareness function of the whole.